So on our last day together in Paris, literally one day before moving out, my friend Emily and I decided it would be fun to film a reflective conversation on our past semester that we had spent in Paris studying abroad. So we walked ourselves up to a bench in Montmartre and let the chaos unfold. Yep. Okay. C'est parti.
C'est parti.
Who are you? How long have you been
I don't know,
French
man. Too much of a loaded question for this interview. Hi, I'm Emily. I'm the other Emily in Paris. I already know I'm gonna...
Yeah, this is so bad. Yeah, so we're two Emily's in
Chaotic. She makes fun of the way I say Paris. Paris.
She says.
And been learning French for about 10 years now. It is my biggest passion in life for sure, but I wasn't really in France before this semester abroad. I went to the south of France once, but it was one of those cruise stops where you stop for like 3 hours in the place and then you have to like rush back to the boat, so I don't really count it as being in France. So this is really essentially my first time here, and it's been great. But yeah, about 10 years. I started when I was 12 and I'm 22 now, so I think I did the math right.
Oh. Okay, I have to answer this too now, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay, who am I? I'm also Emily in Paris. Wow. And I've been, well, we're both super seniors
at USC.
In our last semester. And I've been learning French since 2014 when I started in high school. And what else do I say about that? I'm a French major.
Oh, yeah.
Or I think I will be as long as I finish my
these classes.
Yeah. Did you mention that you're a French minor?
Oh, no. I'm French minor.
Yes, you are.
I'm one class away from the major, but it's fine.
Okay, are you ready for number 2? Yeah, it's like, I think it's mainly weird because I already know these things about you and I'm pretending I don't.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Then can you tell can you tell people what inspired you to take French in college and what inspired you to go abroad?
Good question. When I started in middle school, it feels so weird to be speaking English. I've just been abroad so long. So obnoxious. It's always been a dream of mine to be here. And then when it got canceled because of COVID, I was really sad. The same thing happened to both of us. We were both supposed to go abroad junior year, but it was 2021. Yeah.
I was supposed to go.
Oh, you were supposed to go 2020. Okay, 2020, 2021. We couldn't go, so that's kind of why we're adding another semester to our undergraduate degrees to be here. Yeah, I think my passion for it started when I was in like 7th grade in middle school. I took French with all of my friends, and we just got really close with our professors. And I think, and some of my family members had learned it, so there's a little bit of that motivation as well. But it sort of just became a thing that I just like stuck with. I was still really close throughout middle school and high school with my French teachers. And we did a ton of really great trips together, not to France, but to like Montreal, Quebec. So, because I'm from Boston, so it was really close.
Wow.
So I just kind of just fell in love with the language, and then, learning about the culture and stuff when I got a little bit older kind of came afterwards. And it's just been, and I also just like love languages in general, but it's just been something that I feel really connected to. So I'm here and I'm taking my final 4 minor credits here. Well, I just finished them and hopefully I pass them, but yeah, that is my story. I think I answered everything, right?
Yeah. Can you just ask me the questions?
Yes.
That was weird.
Emily, what inspired you to take French in college and go abroad?
I don't have a super strong reason for it. It was just kind of a gut feeling that like I enjoyed French when I was taking it in high school. And interestingly, I didn't enjoy it from the beginning. I didn't think it was super useful because I was going into STEM fields and stuff. But then little by little, my French teacher kind of convinced me that it was important, like not even in a direct way. I don't know, she was just a really good teacher and she was super supportive. And as I got better at the language, I don't know, something clicked along the way and I was like, this is actually really interesting. And I started having a lot more curiosity about like foreign cultures.
So true.
And then in between senior year of high school and freshman year of college, I went abroad to Paris with my family and I got to actually use my French like with people who just like speak it every day. And it was just really wild to me that I was able to do that after just like 4 years. And I can't deal with people walking by.
Oh, you literally said I was prepared to go in a public place.
Yeah, I was prepared. I'm still prepared. Is there more of the question? Oh, why I wanted to go abroad? Well, I guess after I went abroad for the first time and used my French abroad, like in France, then that made me really want to continue learning my French. And after taking like some classes in the USC program, I thought it would be a good idea for me to improve my French by actually doing immersion. Basically, I thought that immersion would be the next best thing to like help me improve my language. And also it was a big thing for me to be able to like communicate with people instead of just being able to read books. We've been abroad for 4 months now. It's the end of our time in Paris for now.
Yeah, for now.
Did you come with any goals?
I think just sort of bridge the, I guess, gap between like my passion in my head and my like, wait, that's a bad way to say it. But like, no, not the passion. Scrap that. Not the passion in my head, but more the passion that I had done and the work that I had done on my own from like the States that I had done on my own with, you know, trying to get as much language immersion as possible with series and YouTube and songs and French correspondence and French friends and stuff like that. And just sort of like learning about French culture from the States. But now here is really like, I've really gotten the opportunity to like connect those things and actually like apply my stuff from the States to here and see like what was different, what was the same, and just really kind of connect everything together. I keep repeating myself, but yeah. So goals, I guess, were to, first of all, kind of that, just kind of almost fill in the gaps in my sort of blanks in my knowledge with like the actual immersion of being here and taking my classes on French culture, French civilization, politics, literature, history, cinema. Did I say that already? I don't know. Took a lot of like French cultural classes, so definitely learned a lot there, which was good. I wanted to make a lot of French friends. That was one of my main things. I wanted French young people to hang out with, and I wanted to get and I wanted to get more of like the kind of slang young person experience. I wanted to like improve my also listening comprehension and speaking. I wanted to just get the, you know, daily phrases that French people say. I mean, back in the States, I can learn French all I want, but getting those like daily phrases when you're on the metro or at restaurants or just even just there are certain things you can't learn back home without immersion. There are certain, you know, reactions people have, certain little phrases that they just don't teach you in school or that you just, I don't know. So definitely got all of those, I would say. But yeah, mostly just like French people, I would say, like making connections that I can bring back home to the States that I can at least like physically or just like stay in touch with. And I definitely feel like I've met all of my goals. I've had honestly, genuinely wonderful, wonderful time here, and I want to come back. So, I hope my family doesn't see this. They might, honestly.
No, this is not going to come out for a while.
Okay, good. Basically, I'm trying to live here. Lol. But
Lol.
My family doesn't know it. I hope they don't see this. Oh, gosh.
It'll probably be after you've told them.
Okay,
It might even be after you've gotten a job.
Great. Okay, so a while. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Did you come with any goals anyway?
Yeah, I sure did. Well, I definitely mentioned them in my first video.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know if I'm going to remember all of them now.
That's fair.
But I think my main goal was to improve like my everyday speaking language. And I really, really wanted to make friends too. And I just wanted to be able to like just act a little more naturally in like just Paris, a French town, just like in French, you know?
Yeah.
Like if somebody bumps into you on the metro, you say, what do you say? Like you say, ah, c'est pas grave when they say pardon.
Yeah, pas grave. Yeah.
Or like, pas de souci.
Yeah.
Or like when someone says merci after you like step aside to let them pass, you say, je vous en prie.
Yeah. Merci, c'est gentil.
Merci, c'est gentil. That too.
Everything is gentil.
Yeah. Oh, or you prends petit verre.
Yeah, petit. Everything's so petit. Everything's so little and cute. Everything's so little. Stop.
Okay.
Do you feel like I achieved them? I feel like I answered that already.
Do I feel like I achieved them? No, I don't feel like I achieved them.
She's just having a bad day. She's having a bad day. If we asked you like a week ago, you would have said yes.
I don't know. Maybe. I think I've made a lot of progress in my French.
Yes.
But I think the other thing is that I didn't realize how much further I had to go. I thought that I had a good understanding of like how much French I needed to learn or how far away I was from sounding like local. And now I realize that I'm extremely far away from sounding local. But like also like someone told me, well, it was Adrien, he told me that once I start noticing little detail things like that, that's when like I've gotten a really good foundation already. Not me bragging about myself.
Yeah, so basically we have a good foundation, so.
Okay, I have a foundation.
Yeah,
I think
you do.
I think I'm at least confident now that I can communicate with people without needing English. Like even if I don't know how to say something, I feel like I can go round about it with other words and describe what I'm trying to talk about.
Yeah.
And so for that, I think I've met my goal in a certain way. In terms of friends, I did talk to a lot of random people at the rock climbing gym. And I have talked to a lot of random people at both like Institut Catholique, and it's kind of it though. In terms of how many friends I made, I kind of wish I made more friends. I feel like it was a little hard to set up a community, but that might be something we addressed in another question that I thought about. Number 5 is, what went as planned / didn't go as planned, and how did you go from it throughout this study abroad experience?
It's like an interview question.
Yeah, we can skip it if it's not good. I don't know. Why don't I modify this to be like, what surprised you
Okay. Yeah.
about this experience?
Yeah.
What did you not expect?
Yeah. I mean, I have a list of like my observations on my phone, and here were my observations.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, they were just like I think just how like intimate people are with their space.
Yes.
Like there were just like a lot of like interesting. I know this is a different question about cultural differences.
That's okay.
But
just get
now I'm
into
just
it.
not. Yeah.
It's fine.
I guess just like oftentimes, I mean, I know at the metro you don't have a lot of like control over like space because it's like packed. So I think the same thing.
Cuddling with everyone.
But
on the metro.
I feel like it might be the same in the US when it's like super crowded. But people just seem to generally like be more touchy, I guess. Even just like at restaurants, sometimes I would feel like I'm at like the exact same table as like the couple next to me, for example. But like, because every literally like I'm like, yeah, there's like this much space, and sometimes you'd feel like the tables were pressed together, and like we're basically eating with these people next to us.
Yeah.
Or like we can hear everything they're saying, they can hear everything we're saying. Like,
yeah.
And I felt so weird about it. I was like I asked my French friend, I'm like, can we move the table a bit? And he's like, no. Like, what? And I'm like, but what was this so like? But and also I just think there's a lot of outdoor dining here. There's a lot of people just take their time to eat, enjoy their long lunch breaks. A lot of just like outdoor kind of terraces, they call it. Like, I mean, in the U.S. we really don't. There's not a lot of that. We have a lot of like, I would say in the U.S. at least where I've grown up is like a lot of the restaurants are either will be like inside or there'll be a patio out in the back, right? A lot of times there's like a terrace out in the back. Here, everything's just on the street. So as you're walking, there's just like this great sense of just
everything's out there.
I don't know. Yeah, like it's just very alive. I don't know. Maybe
in LA, I do feel like there's a lot of like eating out in the front and not in the street.
Really?
I mean, think about Sawtell.
I guess, yeah.
You've never been to Sawtell?
No, I know.
Okay, well, aside from Sawtell, I can't think of many other examples.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
every time, actually, yeah. I think what you just said is generally true.
Mm-hmm. Eye contact. I wrote that specifically about like cheersing your drinks.
Oh.
It's like you have to look at people in the eye. Like I don't like that.
Me in the eye.
I didn't. I don't like it because it feels very like personal. Like you like stare at the person in the eyes when you cheers like with a glass or something. And I don't like that because I feel like it's so I feel like I'm staring into the person's soul, and I feel like I'm like in love with the person. I'm like, are we dating? But apparently, if you don't do that, it's considered rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our professor told us that.
Really? Yeah.
Yesterday,
somebody thought I was rude, and I was like, I just.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm just like not in love with you.
Wow.
But
Oh wow.
yeah.
Yesterday, Sylvie was like,
yeah,
in my eyes.
like it's very
like making sure that I know that.
Okay. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. Been told I've been rude several times, but I've been working on it. Just like a lot of things that seem intimate, even just like la bise, like
Yeah.
It just like, to me, that's a kiss. Like one time my French friend's dad, this was before I came to France, we were in the US. My French friend's dad, like an older man, came up to me and all of a sudden he's like, and I'm like, whoa, man, like, hold up, no, where did no? No, where's the line? I'm like, everyone's here too, like, no good. Anyway. Oh, what a mess. Okay. But anyways, the point was, I was like, I backed away. Like, my instinct was like, but apparently, like, kissing someone on the cheek is less intimate for them than, like, hugging someone. Because somebody described it to us yesterday as, like, when you hug, it's like your entire body is, like, pressed against. What is this?
Yeah.
But versus when you kiss, it's just like a little peck. But, like, for me, it feels, even, like, with my friends, I feel really awkward doing it. It feels, I don't know, anything's bad. I mean, I have other things, but I didn't want to dominate the conversation, so.
You can add anything else that you think is important.
Sorry.
Why do I talk like this?
I don't know. But yeah, I think also just people are they're very blunt. I feel like I've learned to have a kind of thicker skin while being here. Just kind of learn to, I guess, take criticism and like with a kind of a tough shell, like not really like it. I'm not really like as sensitive, I think, as I used to be. Like, I think people are very quick to just be like, hey, this is a problem. We're like, hey, like, I mean, we were just giving the examples the other day. Like, if we are with a friend and we're like, oh my God, my French is so bad today, they'll be like, yeah. Like, but that's even happened. Like, I know that happened to you. That happens to me too. Like, that happens to me too. They're like, oh, it's okay. It's never like, oh no, it's not. You're great. It's like, no, yeah, but it's all right. Like, it's fine.
I mean, I do prefer that, though.
I prefer it. I actually, it gives me, like, another perspective on, like, appreciating honesty and, like, wanting to, like, grow from it as opposed to being, like, everything's so great.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah, even just, like, I think also what surprised me, I was babysitting this 11-year-old kid, and, like, everything, I don't know, like, I you know, my very American self, he was just doing something on, like, a scooter, and I was like, oh my God, that's so cool, great. I mean, you know, very American, very, like, oh my gosh, and he was like, what? I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't do anything special. I was like, oh, yeah, I guess you didn't, but I was, yeah, like, I guess you're right, but I think in my head, everything's, that's so great, that's awesome, that's amazing, wow, like, encouraging, but he's kind of, I didn't do anything special. It's sort of like only praising if there's something really to praise about, and I like that. Yeah.
I noticed that too. That was something that like I knew in my head but didn't really like know until like I came here, and I was like, I exaggerate everything to them. Like they think that if I'm like, wow, that was amazing, like that was pretty good,
we get like
our it's like our definitions of what's like amazing and pretty good.
Yeah,
what it takes to like react like that is like different. And so I don't know, it made me once I had that realization, I was kind of like, I didn't really know how to act anymore, because I would be like at the climbing gym and I'm like, should I cheer them on, or is that just like extremely weird?
Yeah, interesting.
Like if I don't know them, I mean, because like I know like friends at the rock climbing gym. The French get a little more American in this sense.
That. Yeah.
Allez. Allez. Okay, there was something that I thought of that surprised me. Oh, I guess the one thing that surprised me was how nice people would be.
People are really nice.
Yeah.
People are really nice.
Honestly.
Like, maybe it's just because, I don't know.
Maybe it's because we're putting an effort into speaking.
The language just being like, bonjour.
Do you speak English? Okay,
yeah.
Or just like so going up to them and they're like, bonjour, and you're just like, so I want to.
Yeah, okay, so yeah. Also, here's another thing actually. Politeness is very important. In the sense that, like, for example, if you go into a store, you have to greet everybody. You have to be like, bonjour. Like, when you go in, you have to. And especially, like, sometimes, like, I go into a store, I'm doing my own thing. I go right to what I want. I get it. I leave. I paid, obviously, but I swear. But, like, I found that here, even, like, if you want to go ask a question or something to somebody, like, even just, hi, you know, where can I find this, or can I go to the bathroom, whatever, you have to say, like, it's polite to be like, bonjour first. You have to say hello. It's kind of like, hello, where are your bathrooms? I would just be like, excuse me, where are your bathrooms in the U.S.? But here, excuse me, hi, where are your bathrooms? Or some variation of that. Like,
I don't know. Sometimes I just say, excuse-moi.
It's fine. Sometimes I do too, and I think it's fine. It was just one time,
if you walk into a store.
Yeah, I think maybe I'm just, it was just from my perspective. Like, one time I went up to someone and I did the whole, like, oh, excusez-moi, where is this? And he's like, bonjour. And I'm like, bonjour. Okay, like I felt like I was like, yes, okay, like, hello. Okay. But then I felt like maybe it was rude, or it was, I don't know. I don't know. That was, maybe I'm wrong, but yeah. But people are generally really nice, I'm finding. Like, maybe it's because we are making an effort to speak, but, like, people are really nice, honestly.
Yeah. I guess for me, the mean Parisian trope was kind of disproven.
Oh, yeah.
Through most of my experiences. I guess maybe you could say that them being blunt is mean, but I don't know. I've just, like, absorbed it as, like, being honest.
Yeah, I've gotten more blunt.
Oh, is that why? Do you have any advice for students studying abroad in Paris?
I know it's, like, hard to branch out, and I feel like a lot of people did stick with their American cliques here. It's hard when you don't know a lot of French. Like, I went into it and I was like, I really want to learn French. I want to fully immerse myself. I want to just meet French. So I really made a hard effort, but I understand that, like, if you're not super comfortable with the language, maybe for me especially, like, I knew that I wanted to potentially come back. I get it if you're not really planning on that. It's sort of just like a semester, then yeah, you stick with your friends and people who know your language. But I think I would just make a little bit of an effort. It doesn't need to be like your entire circle be, French or whatever, but I would just try to make an effort to, like, not be afraid, because a lot of times people are really nice and it's not like their English is any better. I mean, like, I find that a lot of young people, especially, they want to practice their English, and so as much as you're nervous about their French, they're nervous about their English. I've had so many people, I've been like, oh, do you want to practice? And they're like, I'm nervous. And it's really cute.
And also, like, it's a little cool for them too sometimes to make an American friend.
And I find that a lot of people are like, oh my god, you're foreign, and like, oh, I want to practice my English or whatever. So as much as you're maybe nervous to talk to them, like, they probably are like, ooh, a little bit, and like, I had some girls in my class, I think too, like, we never really talked to each other, but we'd always smile at each other, and it was almost sort of like, are we both nervous to talk to each other? Do we both not really know what to say? So I guess just put that in perspective, like, oftentimes, like, people our age do want to make friends. They might just, like, not know how to start, and you might not know how to start, but a lot of people are really nice. A lot of the young people are really nice. They're not at all stuck up or any of the French stereotypes you've heard of. They're just super chill and normal and nice. So, yeah, I would just say try. Like, if you have any opportunity to try to use your French, I would join some sort of, like club or something, or just do something like I did. Just do something. No, like, she did rock climbing, and she made French friends there. There's a French community there. I did a few things, I guess. I went to a few dance classes, so I signed up for a Zumba class, which was really fun, and then I also did, like, a dance studio thing, which I was really bad at, but it was fine. And I made friends, like, at the dance studio. So just don't be afraid to take risks and to try new things, because you'll find a really good community. And there were a lot of people at both of these respective things that also didn't really speak French, so, like, a lot of it, internet, so and also a lot of people do speak English. Not saying, like, you should resort to that all the time, but like, you should be fine. And even in, like, your classes, I wish that I talked to people earlier. If you take classes alongside other French students, just talk to them. I wish I did earlier, because at the end, when I finally started to, like, 2 weeks before I had to leave, I finally was like, oh, now I have friends in my classes, and I was like, okay, well. So, Something that I did that I'm glad I did is that the very first day of my Histoire Contemporaine class, I raised my hand, and, like, the professor, he was just, like, talking about, like, housekeeping stuff, like, oh yeah, so you guys are all gonna have to, like, do this and this and this, and I don't know if he was, like, talking just about housekeeping or if he started, like, talking about some of the history, but I did not know what was going on because nobody gave me a syllabus or anything, and they don't use syllabuses that's
anyway.
Really annoying.
And so, like, basically everybody already had the context because they're, like, second-year students. Yeah. And I was just, like, dropped in fresh with no context, and so I was like, excuse me, hi, I'm an American student. And I don't know what's going on. And so in that moment, I told everybody that I was American, and it was a little embarrassing because everyone looked at me, and I was also exposing my guts and my American accent to everyone. But that just, like, smoothed out the process a lot, because then the professor came over and, like, helped me out a little bit, and he told me, like, how it's going to go and how it's going to be different for me. And that also kind of, like, made it easier for me to, like, start asking my questions that would have been that are kind of stupid to No, if you're like a French student, you already know this. It's like I asked what a banquet is, like a banquet where you like eat stuff, because the professor kept like mentioning it.
Yeah.
It was like there was something important about banquets. There's in history, and it would be like asking, what is a tea party, basically.
But that would be so cute if something else said. Tea party. Tea party.
It'd be like asking what's a tea party in the context of the Boston Tea Party.
Stop.
I feel like that was an important step to helping me feel comfortable with like asking more questions. And then also once people knew that I was the American student, they like people who were just sitting next to me would sometimes be like, oh, like, did you get that? And they would help me. Or I'd feel more comfortable like asking them for help, because then I know they had the understanding of why I wasn't getting what was going on.
Yeah.
So
it was like icebreaker almost. And
yeah.
So I guess just don't be afraid. People want to help. Nobody was like, I feel like I never got the like, ugh, you're not French kind of thing.
Yeah.
Never, not once.
Yeah. Do you wanna choose like one or two for the last questions?
Yeah. Fun things we learned the French say.
Yes. I had a feeling.
I hate that one. Let's pull up our list. Well, your list is right there. I don't like that one. I really don't.
That one is.
Oh, it's the horse. It's a cheval. What is it?
It's a cheval. No, see. You have to like do multiple.
Sorry.
Oh, and then ba is bleh.
Well, that makes sense though, because that's like actually what they sound like.
Yeah.
Because they already say ba in their language.
Yeah.
Like all the
Ba,
time.
ba,
oui,
bah, je prends ça.
Ouais, bah, je prends ça, mais comme tu veux. Ouais. Ouais, elle m'a dit, ouais, le mec m'a...
Oh. Oula.
It's like all the time. It's like when you're...
It's like,
yeah, it's kind of like oof, almost like a oof, like a, kind of, I don't know, like a, I don't know, usually negative connotation, I feel like.
Yeah.
I've also started being like, oh la 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 la, oh la la, all the time.
One time I was at a metro and like we get around the corner and then there's like a huge staircase up and the lady in front of me she just like stops and she's like, oh la 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 la.
Yeah, literally. People actually do say that. But I find that like the oh la la is more because I know like in the States it'd be like ooh la la.
Yeah.
And it would always be like a positive, like oh my god. But
only
like
Ines says that.
Really? Ines. Oh, I remember
said
her.
that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's the only
really
person I've ever met who said
with it's like good. Yeah, I've never really heard. Yeah, because I feel like if I've heard like oh la la la, it's been like negative.
Yeah.
It's been like
oh my god.
Yeah, like.
Oh my
like here we go again, or like what am I doing? Oh, the French. A lot of French sounds. What do the French say? Up is like when you like and here we go. Like say I'm like and there we go. It's kind of like
okay.
Like and here you go. Like I was returning a library book, for example, and I put the book on the thing and gave it to that person. And like up, kind of like that. Or like, kind of like, here you go, like there.
Yesterday, when that man took a picture for us.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there was just this kind man on the street who was like, oh, do you want me to take a picture? And then, like, when he, like, took the phone, and he was, like, when he was, like, getting the phone in position to take the picture, he was like, up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody French was explaining it to me, like, they don't like the silence if they're just doing something.
I feel like we're kind of the same though. Like we kind of like.
You do that all the time.
Do I really?
I just operate in awkward silence.
Really? I feel like I fill signs. I feel like a lot of people will be like. That's also like typing or something. Tick 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 tick. It's like tick tick tick. It's kind of like okay.
Onomatopoeia.
Yeah, there's a lot of onomatopoeia. That's what it is.
Yeah, and like, it's just they're just making these sounds. They're
just like
not
sounds
necessarily communicating anything.
Yeah, it's just kind of like filling the silence.
Filling the silence, and that was something interesting.
Yeah, and I guess
Well, I guess we can just say in the context of the game, plenty of people will say, allez les gars.
Oh, stop. The context of the game. Hey.
There's literally somebody waving a flag over there right now.
French flag, because The coupe. The coupe. Okay, I really want to be super late to this.
Okay. Well, do you have any last things you want to say then?
Just had a really good time, and I'm grateful for her mostly.
Oh,
well, not mostly.
So
I mean, it was one of the great.
Gonna be like, just kidding.
No, just kidding. I actually fucking hate you. Cut that out. I feel like we've gotten really close on this trip, and so very grateful for that.
I feel like we should have said some things about travel.
Yeah.
Like traveling while you're abroad.
Well, you can add that. Because we did more of that.
Yeah.
I mean, we went on one trip together.
About that. Yeah.
But I wish I did it more. I was just kind of like exhausted and wanted to like practice it. And I don't know.
But that trip had a big impact on me though. It helped me a lot in like feeling more independent. I think it was like really important for me to learn how to like plan my own trips and like how to plan things to do. Because it was really hard to do that at first for some reason. And so I think if I could have gone back and done things over again, I would have tried planning a solo trip or like a trip with just a couple of friends or something while I was at home. That was like a little bit out of my comfort zone so that I would be used to the concept of like planning like trips or like going a little out of my comfort zone in that way. Like once I was here, because I spent the whole first month just like not doing anything and that's pretty lame. So
no, it's a transition period. It takes time. Normal. Yeah, c'est normal.
C'est normal. Okay, well,
okay, dang.
If you have to
I'm gonna transfer this. I'm sorry, Emily.
It's okay.
It's all the way in Montparnasse.
I just want to say thank you for being in my interview also, and thanks for being a part of my study abroad experience. You're one of my closest friends now. You too. We'll do a little scala. We'll see each other again someday.
Oh my god, is this the last time we'll see each other?
Possibly. Bro. You want to say bye? Because it's still going. Bye. I just thought we like tried to find this nice location, but then when I put the tripod down, you can't see any of it. Yeah, a little bit. You're seeing a crow, aren't you?
Yeah. We're wearing hats because both of our both of our
our scalps
are greasy. Like bad.
Also, I'm like sliding down this slope. Are you too?
We're on an incline.
We are on an incline. That's okay. Well, I guess we'll just have to go through this on an incline. I'll be inclined to go through this.
Undergraduate degrees to be here. Yeah. Like a bird. The accent.
Wow, I actually didn't know that about you.
Really?
Like the going to. I didn't know you've been to.
Oh, many times. Yeah.
Quebec.
Love. It's beautiful.
Calm Maine.
Calm Maine.
Okay.
Tell the people what inspired you. I hope this is still recording. No, I don't have this bit set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
Lit.
Enregistré. Because I was that like motivated me to learn French a lot better. Yawn. We're both really tired.
It's your answer for me.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It's
I got up early for this.
Yeah, and what time is it now? It's like 2. So yeah. Watching people walk by. Okay, yeah, I think that's all I want to say about it.
Sorry.
What?
Which was a bad thing.
No. I disagree. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'll ask you number 3. Yeah, I will. So did you come in the US with what I can learn here? There's a rat over there. Oh, no, it's very far.
Oh my god, I'm gonna look at the bird. It's really cute. Emily, what kind of bird is that?
I don't actually know.
It's really cute.
A European one.
Yeah.